latest from Oil City News on K2 Radio.
A poll on Tuesday reveals that Ray Pacheco was provisionally selected as Casper mayor for 2025, with Michael McIntosh provisionally selected as vice mayor. Council holds a straw poll every December. According to City Manager Carter Napier, the poll helps them prepare for the likely mayor and vice mayor who are officially elected at the first meeting in January. This helps them to prepare documents with the appropriate signatures prior to the first meeting of the year. I guess this means if he is not selected come 2025, they'll have to redo those documents. Pacheco represents Ward 3. He was first elected to Casper City Council in 2014, and he's been re-elected 2 times. He served as mayor 3 times. McIntosh, who also represents Ward 3, was selected by council to finish out Steve Friel's term in 2022. He was elected on November 5th this year to serve on Casper City Council for the next 4 years. A Natrona County jury found a Casper man not guilty of first-degree sexual assault stemming from allegations that he raped a woman in his home last February. The jury so far has not come to a verdict on the second count of sexual assault in the second degree. 40-year-old Marcus Grayson was charged in May. He went to trial in a Casper court this week. The woman testified in court that she went to Grayson's home in West Casper and smoked methamphetamine in his basement, that she refused his sexual advances, and he forced himself on her. However, Grayson insisted the sex was consensual. He did not testify, and Judge Eames reminded the jury that they were to draw no inferences from it, as it is every defendant's constitutional right, and the burden is on the state to prove its case beyond a reasonable doubt. According to defense attorney Christina Cherney, the state has 10 days to decide if it will refile those charges. In other news, the city of Casper has contracted local law firm Chapman, Valdez, and Lansing for court-appointed legal services for the next 3 years. The contract sets a base fee of $3,500 per month, covering the first 15 billable hours. And beyond that, attorney fees will be billed at $200 an hour. Extraneous legal fees are capped at $1,000 without additional approval. This is to satisfy a necessary requirement for court-appointed services when it comes to indigent defendants in Casper's municipal court. Per WyoFile, Riverton High School has adopted a strict no cell phone policy amid a rise of districts and entire states imposing new limits on phones and social media use in the classroom. In September, Governor Mark Gordon and Wyoming's Superintendent of Public Instruction, Megan Degenfelder, penned a joint letter urging Wyoming schools to draft and enforce policies regulating cell phone use. Many have already done so. The letter spurred others to initiate the process. Nearly a semester in, and Riverton High School reports that its policy has had a favorable outcome on students. Principal Thomas Jasmine said kids are starting to recognize that they get stuff done when they don't have their cell phone with them all the time. Evidence is mounting to support what to many is self-evident. Cell phone use in classrooms can be severely detrimental to education. Following the governor's letter, ultimately the Wyoming School Boards Association has decided to wait for communities to hold conversations with parents before weighing in. Read more at K2Radio.com.